here we are, stained shirt, no makeup, crazy, dirty, happy VSG. Okay, so part 2. Let's just talk about some things that I don't do anymore. 4 years post-op VSG, some things I still don't do. I don't drink soda. 4 years post-op, still no soda. No, don't do it. Until recently, I was not drinking carbonation. I mean, like recent. The last 2 or 3 months, I ended up buying some generic. I didn't realize what it was when I bought it. It was a generic Clear Leak sparkling water or something like that. And that first sip, I was like, oh my gosh, it's carbonation. And I about freaked out. And it was uncomfortable a little bit. But then it stayed open and it got, not as carbonated, and I continued to drink it. And it was fine. It was slightly carbonated then. And it was fine. I will drink a sugar-free Red Bull from time to time, and those are lightly carbonated. Really enjoy those. Yeah. What else do I not do? I do not eat and drink at the same time. Ed and I have been talking about that, and sometimes it is really a hard decision to make because sometimes I'm really hungry and I'm really thirsty. What are you going to do? So I will hurry up and drink something and then I will eat. Or sometimes I'll eat something and then I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm really thirsty. What was I thinking? And I have to wait. That's not always an awesome... I really don't think about it very often. It's just habit now. I don't do it when I sit down at the table. I don't have a drink. It's even gotten so where, like, at lunch and meals and stuff, a lot of times I won't even offer Oz a drink. It's just something that I just don't do. But there are times where I'm like, oh my gosh. And it's a struggle. Ed has been talking about making me a t-shirt that says, I can't eat and drink. I can either eat or I can drink. So I think I'll just get drunk or something like that. Because times like that, it is a hard decision to make. Like what path you're going to choose with alcohol. Not alcohol. With drinking or eating. What's something else I don't do? I had like a million things on this list, but I can't think of anything right now because I don't have notes. So some things I do. I exercise still. I exercise about 4 to 5 times a week. I go to the gym. I lift weights. I do alternate arms and leg day. And then I don't do it regular like I was. I've kind of slacked off, but I was doing abs a couple times a week. And then I'm always doing things during the day to be active with Oz. I've talked about in the last video, we run, we hop, we skip, we jump. We go for walks in the stroller. What else do we do? I'm up and down all day with him on the floor. Sometimes when we're outside and I'm pushing him in the swing, I'll just do random squats while I'm pushing him in the swing. Things like that. Or he'll want to slide over and over again a million times, so I will start doing lunges. Things like that. I try my darndest to get 64 ounces of water every day. And so far, I've been doing that. The last couple weeks, I've really been pushing my water. And I do better food-wise and on the scale when my water is in. What else do I do? I really try to do protein first. That is something I really work on. I really do most of the time. There are days, where eating's not as good as other days, but in general, I make healthy decisions all the time. And it's really funny because I can probably eat what a normal person would eat most of the time. And still my eyes are bigger than my tummy. But in general, I just am constantly making healthy choices. And recently, my best friend made a comment because she knows how hard I struggle. And, she sees the choices I make and the fact that I'm exercising and that my body's just not going anywhere. I'm just not losing the weight. But she also knew what I was eating when I kind of was in this phase of I don't really care. I'm just in a survival mode. And to be completely honest, it doesn't look that different. So recently she was talking about having a bad food day, and I said, gosh, me too. And Do you know the difference? My meals that I had eaten that day, I'd had a handful of veggie straws. And it really, really bothered me because I'm in this phase, in this state of life where a handful of veggie straws for the normal person would be nothing. And it would not derail them at all, would not affect their weight really at all. But I just cannot handle the extra carbs. And I know that about myself. It really bothers me because I really don't 100% want to buy into the low carb, high fat, high fiber diet. But the more I read, the more research I do, the more I really feel like, and I've talked to you guys about this before in the past, that is probably what's best for my body. And probably one of the reasons, other than the shock factor, that the VSG was so successful for me. I am so carb sensitive, and I'm also water sensitive, but apparently all that kind of goes in together with this hormone that your body produces and your kidneys and la 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 la. Google it. I'm not very smart. I can't just explain all that stuff to you, but I really, really, really think that that is me. I think I have issues. So, where are we 4 years post-op? I really can't remember what I've said. This is why I shouldn't make videos late at night with no makeup and not on my game with no notes, because I am all over the place. Where are we? How do I feel? Even though I'm still the smallest I've ever been in my adult life, I have phases of days where I feel so good and so healthy, and I'll see pictures of myself and I can't believe that it's me, because I'm still so much smaller than I've ever been. I mean, I have spent I'm 36, so, I mean, I've spent 30 years of my life being super morbidly obese. Maybe 25 years. I'll say 25 years of my life. I mean, but really, it's been 30. So, it's a really interesting place to be in. And I'm so thankful every day for the VSG. I totally would recommend it to anybody. But, you know, I worked my butt off. That's one of the reasons I wanted VSG, because I wanted to be something I had to work toward. And I'm still working my butt off. I'm just not getting the same results. So, I really, 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 talking about things I do, I don't track like or do and don't do. I don't track like I should. I went through a phase of where I was doing that again, and it was really helpful. I hate tracking. I absolutely